I forgot a little something. Good morning and welcome to the Motorbomb Virginia channel. Yes, I am listening to some YouTube channel, man. What is her name? Melissa something. Melissa Dow something. About Bible passages and different things. But yeah, I've been really getting into reading the Word and doing some daily meditations and re-looking my plan of salvation and my walk with Christ. And man, I don't know, I listened to some stuff yesterday that it tried to make me feel like that would be real hard for me to do when if I went with what I was listening to last night, which was to the theory that you can lose your salvation by continuing sinning, that we have to walk with Christ and basically be to the point of sinless. I don't know, I trip up too much. If I focused every second on my day of not saying accidental, cuss word or a lust in my brain, if I saw something that looked appealing, or cutting that all off in your brain all the time, and whatever the heck else I'd be doing, not focusing on God enough and to the source, and so that everything will be displayed out and throughout me, like that's all that matters. It makes me think last night, like, well, geez, you should just live very minimally and get rid of all your stuff. It's all distractions, And if I was to look at it in the big picture, that's what I would end up doing. I got to the point one time in my life that that's what I wanted to do. I remember I thought about it. I may have done it. I don't know where I was at that time, but I remember even having the pastor over from this church I was going to, because it was like revelation, like everything I possessed or achieved was mainly what I thought was 100% given to me by my ego. It's like when I was doing the program, 12-step program, that making amends came down to, in some way or form, every person I ever met, came across, was even near, and then the many that were influenced even from those relationships or encounters. I mean, that would go forever. And my ego had infected quite a bit of people that you'd owe amends to. It gets a little overwhelming, And when you start taking a spiritual / religious journey in your life, you're going to be confronted with a lot of things that you're going to, for me, like, I question if what I'm doing is what's good. Because your sole thing is to be like Jesus, to carry love, because that love saved you. That love saved me. How indebted do I feel today? And it's maybe not to figure all that out, but just just focus, like I read today. Just focus on your Creator. Focus on Jesus. That keeps everything simple. I don't have to figure out what about this and what about that and ifs and what do you think and what do I think, and it's what Jesus thinks. Keep learning that. Keep letting that be inside you. So maybe that's where I get off some, because the thinking is sometimes some of the worst part, because my thinking was founded on some poo-poo for the longest time. So it definitely was not trustworthy. It still may not be trustworthy. Only the truth is trustworthy. Thank you. Got some spare tires anyway. They look loose. Well, my daughter be doing her first driving the big rig and the big truck and delivering the goods, so she'll be getting a truck here the next day or two, or 3, who knows. They got her down there, she's on the clock and getting paid, making money. Woo! Proud of her. Into the tunnel. Keeping that eye in that rear view mirror. You gotta do that, especially in the tunnel. Little fender bender down here would not be good on a motorcycle. You can hardly get out of the way. Hadn't rode Lucy in a few days, so yeah, here we are. Lucified. Yeah, so I'm gonna just keep on working out the salvation and get in the Word and apply it to my life, and not about what anybody else does or wants to do. Somebody sees basically what it does is from what I get is somebody sees an attraction in you or something and asks about it, right? You can open your mouth and say some stuff. Preaching the good news is more of a living your life by example, possibly. I could be way off on all that too. And the good word, though, I know when it was preached, you do hear it out loud. Which I think is fine to do too. Right? Right? I question myself, is that right? Because you get seeds planted when you hear the truth. And you start questioning those things. And you're going, man, can I deny that? That's probably true, but your ego wants to tell you that's some BS right there, because there is no way anybody could do this or do that or follow this or follow that. So I just ex-nay that out of my life. That don't need to be there. That makes for some good conversation for us, don't it? That wind is a bully again today. He's still springing us around. Trying to watch that tread. You know, couldn't imagine a tire blowing and me being close to it on a motorcycle. Woo! Safety prayers in effect at all times. That's when I was keeping it simple. Went along, you know, do the best I could with the strength I had, and praying and asking God to intercede for me, and love, patience, and tolerance and forgiveness for me when I was way off kilter, or a little off kilter. You know, I know I'm not a good person. Only good if my relationship with God is good. And you can't be a little bit good or a lot good or perfectly good. You're serving one or the other. You can't serve both. Grace and mercy be abundant for all of us falling short today. That's the way I've always thought. Some people say, well, that was a misled conception. A misled conception. You don't know what man and religion and things have done over the years. Been deceived themselves, you know. I have to get on me so close, man. I don't know why they think they gotta get on your bumper like you're a car. A few extra feet would be great. People forget, just doing their own thing. The mind can get cluttered and you become self-centered and self-focused quickly. A good little moto vlog today, wouldn't you say? I guess everybody thought it was as interesting as, you know, this is real stuff for me, for you, for anybody to speak and talk, you know. You're giving some, well, I try to give some, there they are, my thoughts. Do I alter them a little bit and how they come out my mouth? Do I censor them some? Yeah, probably here and there, you know. But it's as real as I feel it needs to be, right? That's what's coming out. You're getting the unreal realness. And pointed hopefully just in the direction of truth anyway. That's what it's really about. Some truth. We got you. We got you covered. Allstate. What you got in there? Nothing. Gloves. I got gloves in there now. Alright, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, a couple hours.